Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today for risk management assignment 2, our group will be presenting about risk management at Plaza Loyal. Next, for table of content, we have 1.0 Introduction to Risk Management, 2.0 Risk Management Strategy, 3.0 Emergency Preparedness, 4.0 Damage Assessment, and finally conclusion. So for our group members consists of 5 people: Muhammad Zulhafi, Muhammad FAZLI SHAH, me myself, Ahmad Zakwan ZAKARIA, Muhammad AFIEFF, and Muhammad AZROL HAKIMI.
Risk management is a systematic process to identify, assess, treat, and monitor risks that can affect buildings' operation and occupant safety. Commercial buildings face many hazards such as fire, electrical failures, security threats, and IT disruption. Effective risk management helps protect occupants, ensure operational continuity, and safeguard assets. In the case of Plaza Loyal, which is high occupancy IT and electronics hub, the exposure to safety and operational risk is higher due to crowd density and heavy use of electrical and IT system. So a systematic risk management approach is essential to reduce life safety threats and operational disruption. Risk management is defined as a coordinated set of activities to direct and control an organization with regard to risk, based on principle, framework, and process of ISO 31000. In facility management, it focuses on protecting safety, assets, and operational continuity. In Malaysia, this is supported by the process under DOSH, which emphasizes hazard identification, risk assessment, and risk control. The concept of risk management follows an iterative cycle that includes risk identification, risk assessment based on likelihood and impact, risk treatment and mitigation, and monitoring and review. It also includes human factors such as evacuation planning, security measures, and IT protection. Overall, risk management emphasizes proactive planning and continuous improvement, integrating international standards like ISO 31000 with local regulations such as DOSH and Bomber.
Okay, next I'm going to talk about risk management strategy. There's a 4, which is first, continuous public access with version occupant loads. Second is dense retail layouts with narrow internal circulation roads. Third is high electrical usage due to electronics retail repair activities. Lastly, strong dependence on ICT infrastructure for payment system, surveillance, and access control. Next, I'm going to talk about building characteristic. First, dense layout and high occupancy increase fire, smoke, and evacuation risk. Second is enclosed corridors and poor fire separation can accelerate smoke spread. Third is life safety depends on clear escape routes, alarms, lighting, and signage. Lastly is intensive electrical usage risk likely of overheating and electrical fire. Next is operation needs. For the operation, first, continuous operation requires reliable utilities and preventive maintenance. Second, effective crowd control and unobstructed circulation ensures safety and evacuation. Third, strong governance of SOP and tenants coordination prevents system-wide safety risk. Lastly is stable ICT infrastructure with redundancy supports tenant and management cooperation.
Next, for 3.0 Emergency Preparedness, so we have purpose and scope. So purpose and scope of emergency preparedness are to provide response team and to provide guidelines for emergencies. These guidelines are focusing on saving lives, preventing property damage, and maintaining continuity of operation during emergency. So for the emergency contact info, we have 2 division of main contacts. First is Plaza Loyal Management itself and external responder. So the contacts are shown below as Plaza Loyal Management Team. There's the office number. So and the nearby is Bomba Hang Tuah. For external responders, Police Station Rangwangi, and the General Emergency External Responder 991 or 999. So for the emergency response procedures, the response action covers triggers nearest alarm if fire or smoke detected, and notify control room and emergency service. So management team could guide the occupants to exit. And next, we will shutting down the elevator. They will shutting down the elevators during evacuation, and then all occupants at assembly point will be accounted. Next, we have evacuation plan and communication plan. Evacuation plan covers evacuation maps, emergency stairs location, assembly points, priority assistance for elderly, disabled, pregnant, injured individuals, and children, and routine for fire drills or evacuation annually. For emergency response team, the roles are facility manager will coordinate comprehensive emergency response, security guards will guard entries and exits and support any emergency service. For administrative staff, will be accounting occupants at assembly points. Medical assistants will cover first aid boxes, train employees with minor medical care and CPR. Any serious injuries, ambulance will be called via 999, and injured individuals will not be shifted if feasible. That's all from me.
So next is the overview of damage assessment. The purpose is to assess the extent of damage to occupants, assets and operations. It supports risk management and mitigation planning. So Plaza Loyat is a high-density commercial IT and electronic malls. It is a continuous public access, high-value merchandise and also intensive electrical and digital system usage. So for analysis and evaluation of fire hazard, the key risk factors is continuous use of electronic equipment which build heat generation. Next is high fire load, which is cardboard, plastics, cable and lithium-ion batteries, limited back of house storage and poor housekeeping. The building and occupant factors is enclosed corridors and closely arranged shop lots. So rapid smoke spread potential is high crowd density during peak hours and also limited fire safety training among tenants. So for the risk evaluation, the likelihood is moderate to high. The impact is very high, which can cause loss of life, extensive property damage, prolonged business disruption. So the overall risk is high. Fire risk is the most critical hazard at Plaza Loyat. Next is analysis and evaluation of electrical hazard. The sources of electrical risk is high and continuous power demand, unapproved electrical modification, overloaded circuits and multi-plug adapters, and also exposed wiring and poor cable management. The operational issues are temporary wiring for display units, aging electrical components, and also inadequate inspection and maintenance. And for the risk evaluation, the likelihood is high. The impact is moderate to severe, which is high because there is a possible of fire ignition, equipment damage, and power outages. So the overall risk level is high. Electrical hazard significantly increases the fire risk. And for the analysis and evaluation of physical security threats, the factors are high value and portable electronic items, high crowd density during peak hours, and also theft risk, which is shoplifting, snatch theft, and also burglary. Crowd and accessories are overcrowding during promotions, difficult evacuation during emergencies, unauthorized access to plant and service areas. So the risk evaluation, the likelihood is moderate. The impact is high, which can cause financial loss, safety risk, reputational damage. So the overall risk level is medium to high.
On this slide, I will explain the cybersecurity vulnerabilities at Plaza Loyat. The mall relies heavily on POS system and digital payments. However, many tenants use outdated software and weak password, and public Wi-Fi is not always secure. Cybersecurity awareness among staff and tenants is also low, which increase the risk of phishing, malware, and ransomware attacks. The likelihood of this risk is moderate, while the impact is moderate to high. Therefore, the overall risk level is classified as medium to high. This slide discusses network disruptions. Plaza Loyat depends on internet connectivity for daily operations. During peak hours and promotions, network congestion may occur. There is also a risk of hardware failure and power interruptions, which can affect important systems such as CCTV and access control. The likelihood is moderate and the impact is high, so the overall risk level is considered medium. This slide explains the risk of damage to IT infrastructure. IT equipment may be damaged due to electrical surge, aging hardware and poor maintenance. Environmental factors such as overheating and water leaks also increase the risk along with unauthorized access and human error. The likelihood is moderate and the impact is high, so the overall risk level is medium to high.
For the conclusion, first, high concentration of IT and electronics retailers increases electrical, fire and security risk. Second, heavy electrical loads and public access make fire and electrical hazards critical concerns. Third, valuable portable goods create significant physical security threats. Fourth, reliance on ICT system heightens vulnerability to operational and emergency disruption. And lastly is that comprehensive risk management framework is needed. Integration, engineering controls, administration measures, training and continuous monitoring. Thank you.